as you can see, when facing an opponent who has placed himself in position C5A, the only logical response is to assume defensive position HQ67 squared. This, of course, assumes that said opponent has not anticipated your defense and has already planned counterattack G5 down, in which case you must change tactics entirely and take offensive stance VR9ZTL. Test.
Was that a test?
I think someone has been daydreaming. Can anyone tell Eizan what he missed? Not even you, Okuni?
Well, I definitely heard the word test, too, and some other stuff before it.
Hopefully someone managed to take some notes, because portions of today's lesson will be included on the test next week. Study hard, for it will count for 50% of your midterm score.
We'll never pass that test. His class is so boring it's impossible to stay awake, let alone concentrate.
Tell me about it, dog. I mean, usually he's kind of dry, but lately he makes the Sahara look like the rainforest.
We have to do something or we'll fail the class.
But what can we do? It's not like we can use our ninjutsu to suddenly make him,
Alive?
I was going to be a bit more delicate, but yes.
It's just not natural that someone is that boring. There must be something missing in his life.
Maybe he's lonely.
Maybe he's hungry.
Maybe he needs a good haircut. That style doesn't feng shui with his jawline at all. No, the problem is we don't know what he needs. We might not be able to use our ninjutsu to change him, but we can use it to investigate and find out how we can help him.
That's a great idea, Okuni. For the sake of our grades, we must solve the mystery of why Sensei Kubo is so boring.
Not to mention for the sake of Kubo-san.
And our young little attention span. His life is so boring, he even puts himself to sleep.
I wonder what he's saying.
Hey, you kids! Just why are you following Kubo-san? Don't you know it is impolite to shadow your teachers?
We're trying to help him.
Yes, we're trying to find out why he's so boring.
So he can have a better life.
And we can have a better teacher.
And not have to take so many tests.
It's a noble quest indeed.
Can you remember anything that can help us?
I remember Kubo-san's first day. Whoa! I'm going to have to clean that spot all over again. Oh, the good old days. Other than that, I can't help you. Kubo-san's always been boring. But good luck. You'll be needing it.
Okay, that was helpful. Or not. So now what?
You heard him mumbling in his sleep. Maybe it's important. He's on duty at the dorms this week. We'll just have to sneak into his room to hear what he's saying.
What? Who's there? Oh, it's just the wind.
Maybe if I amplify the low end.
Trophy? That must be a name. But whose?
Maybe she's a long-lost love.
Or he's Pet Chihuahua. Well, whoever Trophy is, we're going to find them for Kubo-san, so we won't miss them anymore. Tomorrow, we'll go see the principal. Maybe he knows.
Sorry, had to do it.
Eizan, oh, Kuni, so nice of you to stop by. What is it I can do for you today?
Well, sir, we're here on behalf of Sensei Kubo. You see, we're trying to,
plan a surprise. And we were wondering if you might know who Trophy is. We think it's someone from his past that he would want to reconnect with.
Trophy? No idea. Besides, all of that kind of information is in his personal file, and that is, of course, strictly confidential.
Is there anything you might be able to tell us about Kubo-san, sir?
Anything at all?
Ah, yes. I can remember Sensei Kubo's first day, just like it was yesterday. I went by his class to see how his lessons were going.
Mumble, 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 mumble.
Yes, I hadn't had a sleep like that in months. Now, whenever I need a little nap, I pop right over to Kubo-san's class, and I'm fresh as a daisy. Oh, he's been a fine addition to our teaching staff. A fine addition indeed.
I can't believe it. He actually likes that Sensei Kubo is boring.
Well, he doesn't have to pass his own tests. We'll have to keep asking. Somebody here has to have a clue.
Trophy? No, I'm sorry. But I remember the first time I saw him, or he saw me. Hello, you must be our new teacher. I'm Kita. It's nice to meet you. Oh, poor Kubo.
It's sad. The only thing anybody remembers about Kubo-san is when he tripped or put them to sleep.
We'll never find out who Trophy is.
Wait, there's Zumakito-san. Maybe he knows something.
Kubo-san. Ah, yes. I remember his first day.
Hello, little fish. Are you hungry?
I never knew fish could sleep like that. But then... Who am I to predict nature in all of its untamed beauty? I am but a simple gardener, and I can do no more than my simple duty to help nature in its eternal struggle to spring from the earth. Yes, that night it was a full moon, as I recall. I had just planted the cherry tree saplings in the freshly mixed potting soil that I'd made from the leaves of last year's rakings. Oh, and fine leaves they were, dry with but a hint of moisture. As I counted, I was led to think of birds crunching their
We need to get into those files.
Right. My mirror! That's bad luck. Well, maybe if you watched where your feet were going instead of your hair, you'd have better luck. Well, just because I have long golden hair to admire doesn't mean you should be so rude. You forgot shiny. Why, thank you. It's my new conditioner. Expensive, but so worth it. And I still think you should apologize. Why should I apologize when it was you who bumped into me? I think it was you who bumped into me. I don't think so. It was obviously you who bumped.
Perhaps it's best if we just decided you both bumped into each other equally.
But out! I guess that makes us even. Then I suppose that would put me on top again.
Ninja girl fight!
locked in.
Why be hasty?
Yeah, man!
No paper!
You see how well we teach them? Neither one will give up.
Toner low? Paper jam!
Well, I'd say this one's a draw, girls. But next time, let's settle our differences diplomatically, hmm?
It says here that Sensei Kubo is allergic to pollen, pet dander, and frog livers?
Ugh, I don't want to know how they figured that one out.
Look at this! It says on the back that he was once known as Kubo, king of the disco dojo.
He grew up in a farming village named Koshiyami, where his parents still live and farm potatoes. That's it. Nothing about Trophy. Looks like we have no choice but to start at the beginning.
Yes, may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. We're here about your son.
And Trophy.
Oh, it's so nice that you care so much for my son that you want to help him find an old friend. He must be a wonderful teacher.
Oh, yes, ma'am. He's amazing.
Like a dream.
Let's just say I'll never be able to forget him, ever.
I'd introduce you to my husband, but he's busy working in the field. I'm sorry to say that I don't know who Torofi might be. My Kubo was very private and didn't tell me much about his personal life. He was always closest to his younger sister, Nika. If anybody might know who Torofi is, it would be her. They were the best of friends until they had an argument. Now she runs her own dojo in Tokirohama.
He and his sister don't speak? That sounds like something we need to investigate.
I agree. Let's make a trip to Kubo-san's sister's dojo.
Kubo-san's sister, huh? Boy, it must be a dojo for dogs.
Welcome to my dojo. Can I help you?
Boys.
So you want to know about Torofi?
You know who it is?
Oh, yes. I know Torofi very well. Kubo was always a frightened child. He would never stand up for himself when the bullies attacked him. And so I trained him to defend himself every day. Rain or shine. His dedication paid off, and he won the local tournament and was given a golden trophy.
Trophy? Wait a second. You mean Trophy is a trophy?
It was the proudest moment of his life, and the one that made him want to be a teacher of ninjutsu. He carried Trophy with him day and night. He slept with it on the pillow beside him. He would take it on dates to impress girls, and in college, it was even his roommate. But then one day, I did a terrible thing. I was hired to be a teacher at the katana school. Kubo became very angry, and he told me it was a mistake. We had an argument. In retaliation, I took trophy, and he's never forgiven me. I haven't spoken to him since.
So where's the trophy now?
I was a teacher at Katana for only a short while, but when I resigned, I left trophy in the school trophy case. Kubo was right about that place, but I've been too proud to tell him.
That must be one big trophy for him to miss it so much.
Allow me to introduce my husband.
You know, the more I hear about Kubo-san, the more I realize he used to be a lot like us.
Speak for yourself.
No, Akuni's right. He might have had a strange relationship with his trophy, but deep down, it's no different than you with your skateboard or Akuni with their books.
Or you with your rice balls.
Yeah. But if something important to me was missing, would you help me get it back?
Of course. We're your friends.
Well, Sensei Kubo's our teacher, and we have to go to Katana to get trophy back for him. This is it, the trophy room. Place.
I just wanted to see if you were gonna make it.
I wonder which one it is.
It must be the biggest one. Let's go.
Think about it for a second. It was his first tournament, and he was just a kid.
Right. It would have to be smaller than that.
I certainly hope so.
Much smaller. Eureka! I mean, trophy!
That's trophy?
Put that back!
If I were you, I'd listen to Naginata.
Never!
Very well. Get them!
Nika-san!
If it isn't my old teacher, Nika, so nice to see you again.
I'll bet it is. Make sure trophy gets out of here safely. I'll keep you covered.
Don't let them escape!
Give us back the trophy.
It doesn't belong to you.
You think I care? Doku, grab him.
Jimmy, go long!
Jimmy B makes the catch.
No, don't spike it!
We need it in one piece.
Oh, yeah, right.
I love when that happens.
What? Trophy, it's you! After all these years, I've missed you so. Nika! Oh, Nika, first Trophy and now you.
Kubo, I'm so sorry. Can you ever forgive me?
Come, let us get breakfast. Just the two of us.
What about Trophy?
Oh, I think it can forgive us just this once.
Oh, it's so sweet.
What? I got dust in my eye.
Class, today I feel happier than I have in ages, and I want all of you to feel just as excited as I am. That's why we'll no longer have a single test next week. Instead, I'm going to give you 2 tests next week. If that doesn't invigorate you, then nothing will. So come, we've got a lot of work to do.
Well, at least we made him happy.